Hi, it's Warren again with Copeland Small Engine Repair. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about the metering lever in two-cycle carburetors. I've got a little blower in here. Here's the carburetor off of it. And on all the two-cycle carburetors, there's a little lever in them right there. And that's the metering lever. This little gasket right here, the metering gasket, it's got this little silver disc on it. That little bump in the center of it right there pushes down on this little lever right here and controls the fuel flow. The other end of this lever causes the little needle to rise up and down off the seat. And when you put one of these carburetors back together, you got to make sure that lever is in the proper position, because you can have a brand new carburetor kit in this thing and have the carburetor spotless, and if that little lever is out of adjustment, it'll either run like crap or won't run at all, and it'll drive you crazy. Most of these carburetors, I'd say a lot of them, that little lever, when it's adjusted properly, is right level with the top edge of the carburetor. So you can kind of just hold it up and look across the top of the thing, and if that edge of that lever looks like it's perfectly level with the top of the carburetor, you're good to go. But a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are a little bit lower than the edge, and you need to be able to make sure it's at the proper height. And in that case, you need to get a set of these gauges. They're just stamped out pieces of metal. One's in the shape of a W, and it does the Walbro carburetors. And one's in the shape of a Z, and it does the Zommel carburetors. This is a Walbro carburetor. So what you're going to do, once you know it's a Walbro, you don't even need the W. And you got to find out what carburetor it is. This is a WYJ carburetor. So you got to look on here and find your WYJ, which is right there. So since it's a WYJ, all these carburetor model numbers that are right here use this edge of the gauge. If it was a WLA carburetor, it would use this side. And it's got, see, if it was one of these carburetors, it would use just the flat edge, which is the same as what I told you when you can just look across the top of the carburetor. But for this example, we're going to be using the WYJ side, and you'll notice that the center of the W sticks out a little bit further than the outside. And you're going to put that down. You're going to put the outside legs of the W down on the outside edges of the carburetor, and you want that center part of the W to barely touch that lever. You don't want it to push the lever down, and you don't want any air gap between the end of that W and the lever. You want it exactly perfectly positioned so it just touches this gauge without the gauge affecting it. If you need to adjust that lever, it's real easy. It's just a real thin piece of soft metal, and the way to adjust it, hold this in. If you need to push this lever down, if it's sticking up too high and you need to adjust it, hold the back end of this lever down just like I am with a little pick or a flat blade screwdriver, a tiny screwdriver. Hold it down. While you're holding it down, push down on this side real easy with just another tiny screwdriver. And don't push it all the way down. I mean, you're probably just going to move it a tiny bit. But hold this side down, push this edge down a tiny bit, and then check it again with your gauge. And do that till you get it perfect. Now, if it's down too far, or if you push it too far and you got to raise it back up, you can just leave this side alone and just stick something under the edge of it over here and pry up on it to pry it back up. So to adjust it down, hold the back side down and push this side down. Or to raise it up, you don't have to worry about the back side, just put some under and pry it up. But that's how to adjust that little lever. And you want it perfectly adjusted to your gauge. And you can get these gauges on eBay for, you know, really, really cheap. They're just stamped out metal. But anyway, always check that lever, because it can be off a tiny bit and it'd drive you crazy trying to get the thing to run right. But anyway, thank you for watching.